Shit. Hello, everyone. And welcome to tonight's episode of Storm King's Thunder. She usually doesn't start that quickly. Usually you get, about a minute.
I'm getting slightly better at nailing the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather it be too much than too little.
Who amongst my beautiful party of fuckheads wants to tell me what happened last week?
Well, we all sit very quietly.
Slowly rolls across Twitch.
I'll just do it.
I mean, I've got
meeny,
the
miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If it hollers, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, Roman.
We rested.
We had a very long rest.
We need to remember the most important part of rest.
We met some birds.
We met some birds and we
Good
spent
birds.
a long time naming these birds.
No, correction, I spent a long time naming these burbs.
We pretty much met some birds, and that was it.
Also, other things happened. We rested after the Mindfuck episode.
Mm-hmm.
And, Legacy and Sildar said they're going to stay and help Durethra with something instead of coming to get up with us.
Yeah, they were
And then-
summoned.
And then we were like, hey, we should really plan this, and then that was it.
Yes. So you want to plan as you fly so that we can then just simulate the 2.5 hours it'll take for you to
Are
get
we
there?
flying?
I think
You haven't flown yet.
I think
I'm
we
just
said we
saying
were
that-
actually going to go on horseback for subtlety.
Yeah.
We don't need super obvo.
We don't want to stick out too much.
Maybe someone.
Take about 3 or 4 days for you to get there then.
Maybe someone with some dope teleportation
How
powers.
does 2
Put us on
hours
the
translate to
doorstep.
3 days? Good lord, horses are slow.
Hey, Blue. Maybe someone that can teleport could just put us on the doorstep.
Oh shit, if only I'd ever been to Yatar before.
We have.
We have been to your tub.
We
I have
passed
no
it.
memory of going there.
We went through it at a very
passed
hasty
through
speed
it
at my
quickly.
recommendation.
Ah.
I wonder
That
why.
could be a
Gaming
problem
chips,
then.
so we teleport.
I have to read spell descriptions.
And
Who wants to roll a D100? Shall I do
Me!
it? Shall I do
Me.
Um,
Let me
Okay,
do it.
don't roll it yet. Don't roll it yet.
Well, before that, I believe I've got a conversation. I think we left it with me speaking to.
Oh yeah, you want to talk to Legacy,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Legacy. And is Sildar in there as well? Although Sildar went off to speak to.
No, they're both together.
Okay.
They would have already began moving off towards Darthra, so you can follow up after them, catch them on the road, kind of thing.
Yeah, I just want to speak to him. Just stop him very quickly. I just wanted to ask the two of you a question. Just out of earshot of the rest of the group, if that's okay. This person we're going to see, who we thought obviously was Gloria's dad beforehand. How? I don't know how to really word this. I sort of thought in definitely not 1 week that we've been waiting. Do you mind? Not do you mind? Do you want him? I'll just come out and say it. Do you want him dead? You don't.
Legacy hesitates, but Sildar speaks up. He's done a lot of damage to us. He's capable of doing damage to others. He's dangerous, he's manipulative, and he's self-serving. I wouldn't shed a tear over his passing. But I'm not the person who spent 9 years with him.
I know the rest of the group won't. They won't make a decision. They won't kill him if they don't need to. But if you need him to be gone,
Legacy looks to you. He's done a lot of harm, as Sildar said. I'd just be repeating him. I've shed my tears for my love of that man long ago. I've just got coldness to him now. numb to him. If you have no alternative, and it's a matter of protecting yourselves, kill him. If he threatens one of you, and you can beat him to submission, still kill him. He's a threat. He's a threat that will build a grudge if you let him. And he can do some serious damage.
And if your daughter tries to say otherwise,
She's final say. She's the one that has final say.
okay.
If she's not there or unconscious or incapacitated by some ungodly reason, then do it. But if you can hold him till she's awake, let her make the decision. She's the one who deserves the right to make that decision.
I respect that. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll do what I can.
You have to catch up to them then, and we have
Yes.
to be to our own, so good luck to you.
Then you two. No. Head off to catch up.
You do, they both turn and leave.
On my way back, I would like to cast Death Ward on myself. And when I catch up, I will also cast it on Glory.
Okay.
I say nay, sir.
I can't cast it again.
Also, you cast that as a war
You're a
horse.
horse.
I'm so I can. One underneath Barris on the list, okay, guys.
There's a horse in the tavern.
That was a John Mulaney joke, and I appreciate it.
Hey.
Yeah, when I catch
Zero
up,
turned himself
Glory
into
will
a
have-
horse.
Glory, you
And
can
did
see
something mad and stupid, because that's exactly what he'd say, the dumb fucking horse.
Wait, what did you cast on me now?
Death Ward.
Death
Oh,
Ward.
okay.
Do you want me to link it for your?
No, oh no, I know what Death Ward does. Glory won't, but I know what Death Ward does.
Curls does, Glory doesn't. Well,
No.
Glory would.
I mean, she'd
Maybe.
probably gather from what it's called. It's Death Ward. A ward against death.
Yes.
The poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison.
Go.
The poison for Cusco.
The poison
That
intended
poison.
used to kill Cusco. Right? That poison?
I nearly wrote in the law book, Varys cast poison on Glory.
Poison for Cusco.
That's not a thing.
That's, we're not LARPing.
Death Ward. The ward against death.
The water stops.
The ward against the ward to stop you from
Apply
dying.
directly to the forehead. Death ward. Apply directly to the forehead.
Hey.
Oh my god, how many memes can we overlap here?
So many.
Yes, I won't die.
Guess I'll live.
Is this a death save?
Is it the finger of death?
Oh god.
Why am I suddenly thinking of Knife Cat, except it's Glory now?
That's just a
Me,
mood for this
100% of
party.
the time.
That's just a
Yeah.
mood for this party.
Also, for teleport, the DM rolls the D100.
I think anyone.
Damn it. I'm not the DM until
Semantics.
tomorrow.
Up till tomorrow.
For tuning to an item, how long did
10
you say it
minutes.
takes? 10 minutes.
So are we definitely teleporting because it uses up my highest level spell slot?
Well, how long would it take us to get there otherwise?
I mean, we can fly
The thing is,
so that we're within a
you
day,
have
maybe?
to give you an idea, to travel there, it would take you... Okay, you know what? Let's just get up the map, actually. Because we're aware of, like, say, the time scale with it, so...
Yeah.
To the world.
North! To the north!
Traveling by map.
Oh, it's a fuck one.
So let me just scooch over.
Oh yes, all these annotations that definitely makes
Oh boy.
sense now completely.
It's a 50-mile walk, which is what, 2 days? Travel, maybe?
Where's your flying stick?
Where's Haru's stick?
Is it down
What?
here by Groothog?
How far can Who go? 144, right?
Yeah.
It's
Hit me with your
it's
flying
like
stick.
just over
Hit
a
me.
third of that.
Hit me. Hit me with your flying stick.
So yeah, 3 hours isn't enough estimate. You can do his
Yeah.
max in
It's-
8 hours.
It's literally 50 miles pretty much on the dot.
I know you were slagging for me for like, what? 2 hours compared to 2 days? Like, actually, that matches up.
I know.
so-
I was pleasantly surprised. I retract the statement.
Better fucking retract this.
So we could like fly for a few hours or
I mean, if we could fly for an hour and then walk the rest of the way.
You could fly,
That's
you could
kinda what
fly,
I'm
you could
thinking.
fly.
I
we'd
think
get there
maybe
today.
Do we wanna go
Evening,
there today?
if we time it.
We don't want to be out at night in Utah.
Unless you want a great night
Unless
out.
we're
Do we not?
specifically.
Whoa.
It's like what you get when you mix Vegas with Amsterdam.
Whoa.
Right.
Sounds insane.
Gambling, hookers. Okay, alright.
Drugs. Lots of drugs.
Sounds like a popular tourist destination.
I'll go there. Okay.
It is the
My
definition of a
politics-
tourist trap in my world.
So, are we flying? So we make a decision?
Fly some of the way and walk the rest so we don't attract attention.
Yeah, I don't mind. As long as we,
Mhm.
as long as we can get there today, that's fine by me. It's just the teleport would be obviously the fastest, but we can say we start.
Yeah, but a teleport is pretty conspicuous.
Not necessarily, but
Also, I would like Kirok to go in there fully equipped. Should we say?
yeah, there is the fact that if I teleport us in, I then cannot teleport us out.
Yeah.
See, I'd much rather be able to get out quickly than
That's true.
get there quickly.
Okay. In that case, we're flying.
We're flying halfway.
Can I attune? Like, is it stable enough on the back of Huru? to
You've
attune,
attuned Tridents of 4 on the back of Huru.
And the Staff of Fire is in the bag of holding, correct?
It is in the bag of holding.
Then I would like to unattune from the crystal ball and attune to the Staff of Fire.
Ah, the diplomacy stick.
In that case, I would like to attune to the shield
Mm-hmm.
of Hilm's endurance. If Huru can deal with it, as in weight.
Yeah. Can definitely handle it.
Oh, you can carry loads.
He's a tough boy. You
I
have
feel
not.
it.
It's the fact that you've not put, say, a giant on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
Sorry,
has-
I got snag on there once.
Yeah, he has carried Turk with relative ease, so
Oh yeah, he
fair
could
enough.
carry all of you guys. It's the fact that you're not also trying to bring 5 more people. I'd be like, hang on a second here, folks. This bird's got limits. But he were correct. He was able to bring Harshnag, but he was at a slower pace.
if anything, the biggest concern is not weight, it's space.
Yeah, you guys have got space,
There
right?
is limited room on the back of a burp.
I'm in the sort of mood where I'm imagining Kirok doing the air hostess thing, but I have flying on the brain anyway, so
Oh yeah, she did that at the start when she first got it.
yeah.
So, while we're on this bird,
Your exits are here, here, and here.
yeah.
Your exits are here, here, and down there.
So, plan here is
We go
Let's
in, kill
open.
everyone, right?
Come in, we try and find him. Then what?
I mean, Destiny might not be the only source we have here. Well, okay, we're looking for the person or the people, the 2 people that murdered the Storm Giant Queen, right? which means
You don't have a direct number of how many people were involved in the assassination.
But we
No,
know
that
it's more
was
than
what
one
I-
person, though, don't we?
Yeah, that was
Oh
what I was
yeah,
about
yeah.
to
It took
say.
more than one person to take her out. Just a tough old
That's what I was about to say. Was that we know that the individuals, plural S, are going to be present within Yatar somewhere, but at the same time we have the imminent threat of Destiny there too.
Or at least they were present in Yatar. They might not still
Yeah.
be there. But we know at some. Have we got a time frame for this? I swear we had one. Oh god, here we go. Notes. I'm going full CSI on this shit.
Enhance. Enhance again. Enhance a third time. Exotic.
Yeah! Who are they? Who? That's fine.
Hooroo, hooroo.
Mother was found close to Red Rocks, probably dragged there. Yeah, when did we know? I think we do know this. How long ago was it that the Queen died?
Several months.
Several months ago?
Yeah, it was about. I want to say, just because I'm not looking at my notes directly for it, because I'm doing something else right now, I'm going to say for the ballpark, it was about 6 to 7 months ago. 6 to 7 months ago, roughly. Because then everything started to really kick off. While you guys were off exploring the world, and you met up again, and then you got your first experience of shit going wild.
So we need to find out who either knows about it or was responsible. How are we going about this? I don't like going into Yatar without a plan. And I'd rather not linger there longer than we need.
Maybe if we had someone that could read minds. Huh.
Oh, I get yelled at like every single fucking time I use it. But then again, I use it.
That's because you keep using it on us.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you guys keep like. It's like, well, you do to us. Yeah. Fair.
That's true.
Maybe we go in, we start inquiring very loosely. And if I'm sure this sort of thing will come to their mind, they'll lie about it 100%. But if they think about it, then hopefully we should know about it.
Yeah, I basically wouldn't have to pry as long as we can get the right questions.
Yeah, I'm a little bit hesitant as to going in and specifically asking questions because I have a sneaking suspicion that's going to draw more attention to ourselves, which is not something that we necessarily want.
I think
We're not necessarily asking questions about that, but questions.
Yeah, but that's partly what I was getting at. Is that it depends on the sort of questions that we're going to be asking. I'm still a little bit hesitant about that approach, but at the moment it's kind of the lesser of two evils at this point.
Jas, question.
Yeah.
I have a name written down here as the Water Baron Nestor Ruthiel. Is that Yatar or is that for another place?
I believe it's Yatar. I'm almost 100% just. Also, I've been mispronouncing it. It's Yartar. Y.
Oh, is it
Yar-
Yartar?
Yar.
Yeah.
I say Yatar.
Oh yeah, there's an extra R.
Yartar.
Yarr.
Maybe because I was looking up this earlier to make sure I had all my notes, and it's like, why can't I find Yatar? Oh, Yartar.
Yeah, it got to.
Yartar.
I had to Google the spelling.
Yartar.
Yattar.
Yes, it's Nestor Ruthiel.
It's like how I was told the other day that it's not semantic components, it's somatic components. There's no N. And I was like, what?
Wait, whoa, fuck, what the fuck?
What? There's no N.
Semantics.
Yeah, somatic.
Semantics.
This is some Mandela effect shit. What the fuck?
I know, right?
Guys, don't worry about the semantics.
The cement.
The semantics of somatics.
Don't worry about the cement.
Anyway,
It
My brain's
upsets
gonna
me.
implode.
Have we got any other suggestions of how we go about this?
Have we considered setting them on fire?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
Quite
definitely.
intriguing to the staff.
Okay.
He currently is holding the staff as it begins igniting. He's like, no, I haven't thought of that.
I don't. Just
Immediately thinks of Vinny from Atlantis.
I think my not father is going to become a problem, but I don't think he's the solution to the reason why we need to go to Utah. I don't think he will willingly tell us anything.
But he's definitely a hurdle.
He's definitely a problem, put it that way.
If he
Also,
puts himself in the way of us and the answers we need, that's
Then
another choice we have to make.
we deal with that.
Also, if we do find a person who has some information leading towards the people that have basically killed the queen, I can also dominate that person and
In public?
yeah, it's fine.
You do it to ask him.
Public? Yeah. I see no repercussions for this action.
Yeah, it's fine.
It wasn't. Never mind.
Oh, we know what you mean. I do anyway.
Thank you for getting my bad joke.
Sort of.
Yeah, I knew it.
I wish I didn't get it, but I do.
Oh no, I got that part. Make no mistake, I got that part.
Thought you
You're
would
talking
do.
to me.
Oh wait, no, I left the woman.
Right.
Sorry.
I mean, if
On
you
it-
find someone that might potentially know things, we've got ways of making him tell us what we need to know.
We
That's
have
if we find
ways of
someone.
making him talk.
Yes, I didn't want to say that because I knew someone would make that. How about
So.
I make a plan and we just walk in and civil?
Look, you do it, the less prep time I have, I'm just saying.
I'm trying to. I feel like there was something that we found out that was important that I cannot find in this meme trash lore book. Oh,
Other than the tokens.
Yeah, the tokens were found on her body.
Yeah.
yeah, and the fact that she wasn't killed where she was found. She was found. Do we Nick? They don't know where she was killed yet, do they?
How? They know how she was killed, though, don't we?
Yeah, she
a lot
was
of-
stabbed a lot.
Multiple stab wounds.
Yeah.
Stabbers.
Wait, I have these notes. Where are they? Come back.
I feel like there was something else weird about the body. I
Yeah,
can't remember
that's what I'm
it was.
thinking.
There was something else about
Found
the
with
body.
guitar coins. Here we go. Found close to Red Rocks, was probably dragged there. Have her body full of small folk blades, also larger wounds, likely claw marks, is what I have written down.
The part that I did not want to say because I was like, no, make you think.
I knew there was
Have to-
more.
Look back through the lore notes. And assumedly, I was going to say her father because I've just been reading the notes. Hecton also probably came to Yatar trying to investigate this also. But no, he went to Waterdeep, didn't he?
He went somewhere. Where he went has not been
I know,
confirmed.
I'm being
Are you being glory,
I'm trying to
hypothetically?
make theories.
I feel like
Okay.
I did hear somebody say Waterdeep once, but I don't know if
Well, I
that
feel
was ever
like
confirmed.
well, no, because they thought small folk from Waterdeep killed her. Right? I'm remembering this right.
Yeah.
They thought small folk from Waterdeep killed her, which is why Hecton went to Waterdeep, and then that's why we were involved because no one. I don't think people really believe that. And the giant that we met in Thingy was like, find out what really happened. I'm sorry for forgetting every name. My brain is mush.
At the
I know the giant you're referring to.
Stone
don't worry.
giant.
Our son's
Stone
dad.
giant.
Our son's dad.
Our adoptive son.
Our
My
son's
boy.
dad.
Boy.
Boy!
Boy,
Boy!
do not talk to me about that war right now. Do not.
Oh my god, Hashtag has an axe!
that's not.
Do not talk to me about that of war right now.
They
God
both
knows.
have an axe, in fact.
I am tired of that boss fight.
In fact, he has Harshnag's axe, funnily enough. So he actually has a frost giant axe.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I didn't even know that shit. And that was a fucking Hamilton.
Yep, that was
Yes,
a Hamilton.
it
That was
was.
a Hamilton reference.
It was Hamilton.
What?
That's true.
Sorry.
You're referring to
I've been
Farron.
making that reference for a long time.
Farron. Farron.
Farron,
Yeah, Farron.
Yes.
He
Farron told us to
Listen,
go investigate.
fucking do this shit, children.
Yeah. Farron told us to investigate because he wasn't sold on the whole small folk theory because it was the one that Imrith had been pushing.
And she nearly
See?
broke his arm when he first met her, so he was a
That
bit
too.
hesitant to trust her. I was like, not sure.
That too.
And you know what Imrith's got? Claws.
That's true. That's
And,
also
and
true.
your sword.
And a sword.
Cast
But let's
fireball and
forget
drop.
about that. Not on the bird, children.
We're
Wait
made
until you're
flies.
on the ground.
Wait till you're on the ground to begin your wizardry duel.
I'd win.
You will.
Do not.
All she has to do is fly in the air, you lose.
Can't beat me if I'm too far away from her.
Yeah.
Children!
Children!
Now's not the
I'm
time
not-
to discuss this.
You can
Right.
throw
We will fight this
fireballs
later.
some other time. Just don't set the bird on fire.
I didn't bring up who would win. This was you guys.
All I know is I'll have to be 600 feet away, and no one won't be able to get me.
I feel like I've had this.
We're
dream
not
before.
doing this conversation for
No.
more the reasons than the fact that those two bastards have great distance closers. Anyway, moving on.
Exactly.
We will fight it one day,
It's
not
a
today.
story for another
Um,
time.
When this campaign ends, then.
Oh yeah,
Until
then
then,
we'll fight. not till then. Right. So the plan is we walk blindly into top. We need. So do we try?
well, blindly. It's just the surety of how he said it. Blindly into your tar.
I mean that's the plan right now. I mean,
we just anti-conspicuous. We chill out for a bit and we see what we can
or,
overhear.
oh, I don't even want to propose this as a plan.
I mean, we've not
Yeah.
had good experience with the word inconspicuous.
I don't think, and I'm very obviously looking at Kirok when I say this. We can be inconspicuous.
Maybe.
And I
maybe-
mean as me as well, because look at me. But we're not inconspicuous. Especially to the kind of people who hang out in Utah.
we
Have,
don't
have I
know.
got to put the cloak on again?
I think we both have to put cloaks on, my dear.
Oh.
We just go in and do what we do best.
I have an idea, but it's awful.
Do it.
Any idea is an idea.
It already sounds like the best idea we've got.
And I don't know who will have to... Oh, this is a bad idea. What if we did
just
the...
say it. It's an idea.
So, if we can't be inconspicuous, and as much as I will probably try to be, what if we're the opposite of inconspicuous?
Oh, we're very good at that.
Which is what we do best, like I was saying.
Well, we have a lot of Utah chips, and I feel like the people who know what's going on in the city are the people on the boats.
Well,
What I was kind of thinking was try and get on the big money tables and see what we hear. But we'd need one of the more less renowned among us to do
George
it.
Clooney. George Clooney
Yeah.
describing the heist in the background.
We're
with
doing
James Bond
what's called an
soundtrack, yeah.
Ocean's 11.
But I thought there was only one ocean.
Shh, it's okay.
Big asshole.
Am I allowed to call this an Olistins 11 because there's an Olistin there?
I trust you.
It's called a hustle, sweetie.
That's just what I was
God
thinking.
bless
And
you.
we don't have to do anything.
Actually,
We just have to
because,
listen.
with Yatar, or Yartar, it would be Rivers 11. Because there's definitely at least 11 or more rivers in the world.
Yeah, definitely.
So Rivers 11.
Rivers 11. Okay.
Yeah, it's 11.
Right. So this is the dumb plan that I was thinking of, because I think the people who are important in this city will probably be keeping an eye on these kind of things. My fear then, of course, is that obviously my not father is going to be on one of them, but let's not go into that deep fit of anxiety right now.
So what you're saying is trying to target the head honchos of each of these sort of gambling tables, because they would have the information.
Or even just being around them, we will hear things, I'm sure. Whether
Sure.
how we're going to do this, because I'm not, again, me and Kira are not inconspicuous, so whether some of us want to actually play and some of us want to be bodyguards, that might be a way, because I don't want Kira gambling as part of this plan.
Why?
Because then I'd have to teach you how gambling works. And I'm afraid. And also we don't have that many Utah ships.
I'm not for the gambling either.
Exactly. I'm kind of
But-
definitely not, but definitely looking at Varys.
I mean,
Eyebrows. Everyone turns to Varys and their eyebrows just raise.
I mean, I know he's not here. But I mean, Zero has an amazing poker face.
That's true as well.
That mask would have to come off so quickly.
Oh,
Well,
no.
yeah, but even without the mask.
But then no one knows him without the mask on.
I forgot about the mask.
I
Makes
definitely-
notes for
It's a really
crochet.
good Percy Derona
He's a lot more
joke in
chill
there
about
somewhere.
it these days. He doesn't wear it as much.
I'm definitely not saying it should be me because of luck and my magical ring, but it should probably be
I was
Varys.
What if we had
have a little rig, buddy.
We have two. We could have two people eavesdropping, and then the rest of us are bodyguards. How many are there with the rest of us? Would it be 3 per person? No, I can't math.
One,
How many is there of us?
four,
Maybe two,
five,
isn't it?
six.
There's 6 of us. So
How
yeah,
many
2
people are in the pie?
Just because my intelligence went up doesn't mean that anyone taught me how to do maths. Yeah,
You have
so yeah,
intelligence of what now?
20.
Jesus.
I have an
But
intelligence of 20,
Curls
I
has-
can't math.
Curls has an intelligence of about 10.
No, I more gave that so that you could be just yourself in my eyes. So there, fucking
Yeah.
deal with the child.
Right. But yeah, that's my awful plan.
I mean, it's better than any other plan we could come up
Yeah, there is merit in certain bits of it, but of course, as you say, the risk is going to be getting on those boats in the first place.
Yeah, that's the
Not very
thing.
difficult.
I mean-
We can all defend ourselves. We
with.
know.
I mean, when you get down to it, our main lead is the gambling, like, tokeny things.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna have to go there, because that's our only lead.
That is, forgive the expression, the smoking gun in this.
What's a gun?
Something-
I kind of gesture to the gun on my back.
This is
Pull
Frog
that
talking,
shotgun.
not Ashka.
Okay.
It is the bloody dagger.
Other things. Guitar is not as. I'm just gonna keep saying guitar because I've committed this far.
That would be upset.
Be careful. Don't make deals with people. Don't hover in the streets at night. Just be more careful than usual.
This is what I mean, though, is because, as you say, there are certain individuals in Utah that are unscrupulous. What is the connection between these unscrupulous individuals and those boats?
You have
Is it
very
going
little
to-
ideas.
And that's what we're here to find out. Which is why
Exactly.
You have to find this out. Like, speculate all you want, but eventually.
Yeah, we're just coming up with some idea of what we're doing.
That's what I mean. That's the grey area that we've got. Is that how we've got that warning that the unscrupulous English. We know that the unscrupulous individuals are within Utah, but we can't necessarily connect them to the boats yet.
Or at
We
least
know
were.
specific, or at least were. Now we know that our link is within these tokens. I'm calling them tokens because I'm imagining them as high fantasy poker chips at this point.
They are.
That's exactly what they are. To the extent I have their worths written down by colour.
Yes.
Thank you.
So it's more, that's going to be the element of risk in this, is do we dare jump into the darkness or whatever?
Well, the thing with risk is that that's what... I mean, we've done much riskier things. Did you not think jumping from a pool into the fire giant there was not risky?
I was thinking about the same thing.
Did you not think going
You know me and dark holes underground, Varys.
Well,
You
we're
know
not
me
going-
in regards
we're
to
not-
that. And you are...
We're going into the hypothetical underground, not the physical underground, I think.
I know, but you're also talking to a dwarf who does not necessarily approve of greed.
We're going to very wrong place, but that can't be helped.
Right,
Yes.
it's a shithole, and it's going to be dangerous. But if
Indeed.
anyone wants to do it, then the group of us can together.
And if we factor for the fact that inevitably trouble is going to find us, then at least we're aware.
We just keep an eye open. Be ready for it.
Hmm.
The only way to find out is to jump in.
Very well, I guess that Ashka's going to be the heavy in this hustle then.
And yes, Kirok, me and you are both gonna have to wear cloaks.
Oh,
Sorry, little buddy. To your tar!
ta-da!
Also, a completely stupid idea. But would I be able to sit in somebody's pack and hide? Because I can still detect thoughts, and it would actually be probably safer for me to do so because I could still then communicate.
How small do you think you are?
Like, gnomes aren't tiny. They're bigger than
I mean, I'm
halflings,
fucking
right?
3 foot.
Yes.
Do you tend to carry 3-foot bags with you?
Yeah.
Uh,
And you can't poke your head out of the bag of holes and that shit don't fly.
Alright, never mind.
It's going to be just
Alright,
as safe for you as it is for the rest of us.
Should have probably asked someone we trusted what was a good, safe place to stay in. Oh well.
Is any of those places going to be safe?
Safer.
Maybe we don't stay in any of the places.
I feel like the
So
word
long as
safe
you do
doesn't
it just
belong to me.
tune and don't just fuck off the moment you arrive, I'll be fine.
What's... I mean, how far is it... English. We've stayed at Calling Horns before, haven't we?
Yes, we pushed it of a ghost thing.
Also, again,
Yeah,
it's
but
a
I mean,
tiny
I'm
tunnel.
thinking that do we necessarily stay within Yatar during the night, or do we...
You spend most of your day then traveling back and forward, and you can't do a full travel back and forward with.
We can.
Yeah, what I'm trying to determine is what the walking distance, what was the closest area that we can stay outside of Yatar, so
We can camp.
we're giving it
You
some...
can just camp. That's
But
probably
yeah,
the best
I
bet.
feel like that might be a good idea,
I'm-
actually.
I
think
literally have a
because-
tiny hut that will keep us dry.
That's a good
I-
idea, also.
I mean, I think staying in Utah is not going to be a problem. It's just another town on the map. Like, how dangerous is it going to be to sleep in there? I mean, not that we sleep, do we? Never in. Roman.
I mean, I don't sleep. But, literally, I can make a 10-foot radius immovable dome of force that nobody can get through or cast spells or do anything in
And we can.
or out.
And if we get a room in a tavern, we can alarm it up. We can make it secure. I don't think that's going to be an issue.
Well, literally, nothing can penetrate
Ah.
this hole. It literally just allows air to move through, and
Let's-
it's nice and cool, and it would actually be sleeping.
Let's just get to Utah first. We can make a plan on where we're staying. Once we can scout out a few places while we're there. See what we feel. If we don't like it, we'll camp outside of the city. But most of the action is going to be happening at night. Most of the gambling tables and
Yeah, I would
the
assume so.
things we want to do is going to be night business.
Okay.
Who knows? We might get all the information we need in one night and we can leave. Who knows?
Let's hope. Right. Let's do the time skip again.
We arrive in Utah.
So you arrive outside of Yachar and approach its main entranceway. Because bear in mind, the city itself, you are currently on the western side, which has... Just going to make sure I get my notes right on it. The western side of it, which actually just has a small tower with gates around it and a small barracks with a drawbridge that leads into the city proper. Excuse me. You have to go through this and then through the city itself to go back out the other side. So, with that said, and 2.5 weeks worth of finding, let me toss you guys in to Utah.
I just want to very quickly say to Glory, if I'm going in there gambling, do you want to give me the chips and maybe like a wad of money just so I can look like I'm a big player? This is for the hustle, not for me, honestly.
Yes.
We're all stacked up, it's fine.
Yeah, I'll give you. I would suggest maybe having me have your tar chips, and then you can request them from me as your bodyguard, and that way also they don't get stolen because the bag of holding.
I mean, then maybe just a little bit of money from the bag of holding just to look
yes,
like I'm a big player.
I'm okay with giving you some money.
Okay, how much?
Give me a number and I'll see if I like it.
300.
Sure.
Sure.
I will give you
Okay.
300.
300 gold.
Damn, this is a fucking city.
I'm sorry, there's a boat that looks like a cat.
First math. Done.
Love it.
Oh,
That's the one. That's the one
Which
we're gonna gamble on.
one?
This
That
guy,
one.
top left. It's got little whiskers.
This little dude right here!
Well, I'm pretty sure it was.
A good boy.
Look at him!
Yen. Yen.
What way are we entering from? For my personal reference. are we
Sorry, I
entering
just
on
realized
top
you...
or-
hang on, I need to
Yay.
move this to the map layer. I just realized I made that less look like a cat and more like it was like a fucking Mario. You
We're-
guys are arriving
We're coming in down here, bottom left.
Yep.
I assume.
bottom left.
I assume
Yes,
the map's
you're
north,
coming in
right,
from the
oriented
west
correctly.
hand side. It is orientated properly. And you're coming
That
that
was shade
side.
at me, and I understand.
That was not shade at you!
It should
Never
have been.
shade at you! No! Not shade at you.
Then
And
it's
yes,
shaded
I'm using
me.
the pointer to shout at you and point at you.
Because I can't
do
see
not have
tiny
my-
chat right now.
Damn right! Damn right!
Okay.
Learn your shit. Anyway.
it just looks like a rave with your glow sticks. That's all.
Of course it's a black one because I'm goth.
No, it's a black light.
Honey. I was about to say, let's move on before Blacklight joke gets made.
Probably this bit.
I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. I'm being
Which one
cheeky.
of us is the prude?
Back
Anyway.
in the room. Go gamble.
I didn't mean it in a prudish way. Never mind.
You know
Okay.
our minds. We
Moving
always
on,
think
moving
of
on.
it this way.
Anyway.
The real
You're
question, the real question, Stacey, is who's Albert?
Whoosh. Sorry. At least I'll admit that.
Right over my head, okay.
Yeah, same.
But you posted the thing! I'm disappointed.
Oh, okay.
It's a good show.
It is a good show.
Oh, yeah.
I know I'm aware it's a hustle joke. I'm just.
See, it's on the BBC, and I don't watch that enough to know what the fuck that is.
Hey, I don't
Find
know,
it.
so-
Find
The
it.
hustle was great.
Anyway, guys,
Okay, tangent.
tangent. This is the tangent song.
So, let's try and keeping in the
Var-
game.
Varys is Mickey.
Yes, versus Vicky. Anyway.
Try and keep that tangents down.
So as you arrive to the city, You get a brief overlook of it as you land quite close nearby on the western bank. The fortified city of Yatar itself stands on the eastern bank of the Zarian River. On the west bank is the walled citadel that controls the city's bridges. Between them, there's a stretched wide stone bridge. Travelers must move through the citadel and pass inspection before continuing through, or getting into the city. The Everall Way cuts straight through the heart of Yatar. You've been here once before, as briefly as you could. Yatar is quite clearly a city that is well off. There has been, even from your mere glances, you can see that there are many buildings of varying heights. Some are squalid, single stories. Others can stretch up to 4 stories tall and nearly an entire city block wide. You land down. The city itself has a very distinct red brick design on almost everything, almost all of these structures. The only thing that isn't is the actual stone towers. As you approach, the large guard barracks tower that serves as its western watchtower is currently having a group ahead of you moving in through. This is a group of 3 or 4 travelers on a carriage back that seem to be grumbly agreeing and handing over what seems like a bit too much money before being allowed through to Yatar. After they pass through, the gates are immediately locked up again, and a set of 4 guards turn and are facing you as you approach. These are stout men. It appears dirtily unshaven, as if, say, someone who hasn't shaved in maybe 4 to 5 days. Most of them look somewhat tired but greasy, and the one that seems to have this very lavish gold tapestry that goes over, like this, like almost like a scarf, we could say, that clings from their left shoulder, swings down under the right arm and back up around the back, is in this gold with the red thing to the bottom. Turns to face you, smiling with yellowed teeth. Oh, well, what do you lot wanting to do there then? You want to pass through? Gonna have to pay a tithe to get through here. So, tithe's about 15 gold a head.
DM question. Did we have to pay a toll last time we came through here?
You did. You didn't have to pay that much.
Yeah.
I'm staying quiet.
Yeah, I know, I'm trying to... My brain's malfunctioning, sorry.
Come on, play the man. So we can get in.
Very well.
Just-
15 gold ahead comes to how much for the whole group? I'm trying to do
90.
maths.
90.
Yeah, I'll give...
Right.
I'll pass the money over if
No.
Faris tells me to.
Can I even math? Yeah, I can math.
I'm relying on you to math.
Yeah, I'm telling you to play, basically.
Okay. I'll pay it out of the bag of holding.
Okay. You pay it out. It looks useful. Now don't forget as well, when you go into the city itself, people like you who seem to have a nice bit of coin should really be taking a look towards some of the wharfs to actually enjoy the many great boat houses there. A lot of booze cruising you can do, gambling, food, whatever you want. If you want to lay back and throw some money and have some fun, that's where you go.
Well, that's
Honey.
exactly what we're here for.
Honey, a question. You said that we paid less last time than we did this time.
Money's already been handed over.
I know.
But yes, you
But-
paid less last time.
Am I able to question the man, saying, "Is there?
It's already
has
been
there
paid.
been any-" I know it's already been paid. I'm getting to the question. Don't worry about it. What I'm asking is, has there been any changes since we were last here?
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Well, damn, that's the way to start.
Dang.
So, you're speaking to him, and he seems quite greased up thanks to the amount of money that's just gone his way. Things change all the time here. It's easier to keep fluid, don't be stagnant. There's been a few contestations for the position of Water Baron. Currently it's a bit up in the air. Once the dust clears in the center and all the chaos is finally eased up, we'll know who really rules. Besides that, new shit has come, old shit has left. Same as always.
Thanks for the heads up, sir.
Fair enough. He looks to see another group are coming through after you. Alright, and now move along, because I have jobs to do.
Yeah, we head in.
You all head in. The streets beneath your feet are dirty to the corners, down the gutters, very heavily matted up leaf or it's paper foliage more than anything else, or broken timber. It seems like a lot of the city is being built up and broken down and built up and broken down over periods of time. There's a lot of heavy construction. The noise is quite evident around you as you go in and through. Bearing in mind it took you a decent portion of the day. You did a bit when you were back inside in Tribor, and you did a bit here. So it's about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon at this point.
He mentioned the Water Baron. I have a feeling that's our way in somehow.
Oh, the Water Baron. Do we know? We know what the Water Baron.
That's basically the president.
Yeah, like I know, but I was like, do we know?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're aware that it's a position of power.
I don't know if we go straight to. We don't need to go straight to them. We can make ourselves known by going down.
I'm not saying that we need to make ourselves known. I'm saying that is a way in. This conflict with the Water Baron. And the turmoil between who is going to be the new one.
That's definitely an option to look into, but I think we should stick with the original plan, and we'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
Definitely.
I'm just saying it so that I'm just saying that it's worth bearing in mind.
It's definitely something we can play into it 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to go straight down to the wharfs and get started? You said about 4 or 5 p.m.
Correct.
Or do we want to?
Bear in mind you're getting close to winter, so it's starting to get darker around this point.
The high roller games really won't be starting. I wouldn't have thought yet, but we can go get warmed up if you'd like.
Who's on bodyguard duty? Obviously me.
Me.
I'm assuming the two of you.
Okay.
Then we've got our other 3 squishy people.
I mean, anyone with money has an entourage, surely.
Right. Rowan is my jester. Kirok is my pet bird.
Oh, what?
What?
And Hero is my personal
do I
doctor.
look like a jester to you, man?
Kirok is like the equivalent of one of those high-to-do ladies, except she doesn't wear a feather boa. They're practically attached.
Jester, I've written it down. Jester.
Every time you see Jester, I just think of a fucking mastiff.
I just keep thinking about Jester.
There you
I'm
go.
a little tiefling.
You're tiefling.
Glorian Askin Marshall, Roman is my jester, Kirok is my pet, and Zero is my personal.
I like to imagine that he's like ticking these off and just walking down the street, and we've just sort of all stopped. Just letting him continue walk.
It's true.
The thing is, I'm picturing Mark Warren walking through Monaco now. It's like, yeah, to be honest, Mark Warren is a pretty good call for casting Varus, actually.
No, seriously though.
Have you?
Someone with money will always have an entourage, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Have you got a name that we should call you other
Oh.
than?
yeah, cool.
Well, I'm assuming we're saying this
That's
as
the
well.
one.
We're walking. I'm
Um,
keeping my eyes and ears way open. By the way, I'm in full paranoia mode.
By the way, I presume that I've dismissed Turk at this point.
Okay, you've now dismissed Turk.
It's
Pig
just
is
like,
just
oh yeah,
following you.
he was
Pig was
disappears.
following down the road.
Disappears into the ether, and you just hear cling, 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 cling behind you.
I pick it up and I pocket it.
Okay.
Yeah, can I make a perception check to make sure no one's like eyeing
Yeah.
us?
Sure, you can make the perception check.
I just want to make sure no one's paying us specific attention, shall we say?
People are looking at you, but it's more in the way that you're used to of, adventurers. Look all haughty with weapons.
Yeah, we look
This is like
real
caution
obvious.
and everything else, but yeah.
Okay, are we doing this?
I mean, I guess.
I mean, okay, should I have a fake name?
I mean, maybe don't say it so loudly, but
I mean, I'm whispering for sure. But 100% everything I'm saying in this is a whisper.
It's your call, sir. We're following your orders.
Just call me the gentleman.
yes, sir.
No reference. I think a code name will be easier.
I had a name in mind.
I mean, what name was it? Tell me.
Gideon Iron.
I mean, is that a reference to a TV show?
No.
Oh,
Literally, the name came into my head, Gideon, and then I thought, okay, what other thing do I associate with Varus? Oh, gold. I'll just stick it in Welsh.
okay. That's
Iron is,
We'll say
yeah.
that's the name, but if
yeah.
you don't
So,
refer to me as my actual name, we wouldn't like an
No,
mystery
no,
to make me seem
no.
a big player.
no, don't worry.
But if need be, that's the name. Okay.
Okay. Just so that you've got one.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Heist mode. Yeah. So we just head down. We'll just head down to the wall and check out the boat, gambling. We'll dive straight in.
I'm gonna follow relatively close behind Varus, it's like in standard bodyguard formation.
Which is just directly behind him.
I do as well. Just
Okay, so you flank him.
I do as well. Sort of pushing out, particularly trying to look intimidating.
Okay. Doesn't take long before you get towards the riverside. There's a lot of ships just like stop. Like, bear in mind, the map will not show it, but picture essentially the city itself having a great number of veins into it of boats and of rivers linking all the way up. Just small streams and estuaries all the way around it. There's a lot of small houseboats tied up at side. There are many larger ships. There seems to be areas specifically for them to say come in and land. As you are approaching one of the larger wharfs, a ship is coming into docks up, and about 24 very stumbly people slowly make their way off of it over the course of like 10 minutes. And after which they all just basically stumble off as if they're only now getting off from the night previous. That ship then pulls back in the boarding wood itself and just moves off again as if going to a next point. Is there anything you like say? Do you ask anyone? Do you look around? What do you do?
We'll walk up to maybe someone that looks like they're in charge of a boat, or
Make an investigation check then.
Yeah.
Can I, while I'm following Varys, can I see if I can see if there's any particularly well-dressed people that are going towards a certain boat?
I'll say you can help him. I was gonna say you can just make your own individual investigation check then.
May I make
You can give her advantage.
Give her advantage, yeah.
You're both looking at together. That's good. That's good.
Do you want me to roll or not?
No.
Not
I
really
said
needed.
just give her advantage. Yeah, which you did, and she's got 24 out of it, which is good. So,
Hi, Nemo.
hey Nemo, Dundaval. So you are all keeping an eye out as you move through. Glory, you don't see anyone, say, moving towards ships at this point, but you do see very well-off people, which are making their way, say they may be in cafes, or they may be, as you're passing, near the actual wharf itself, there's a lot of shops for clothing, cafe, beauty salons, whatever you think you would need stumbling off of a boat is right in front of you. There's also, surgeons and doctors for obvious reasons if people do dumb shit on a boat. You get the sense that it's like the thing of people preparing for an event without necessarily... it's like people preparing for an event without necessarily it happening yet. Say 2 or 3 hours ahead of the time, pre-drinking and that kind of thing, which they seem to be doing outside. You could hear people loudly talking about different ships and their plans to visit them during the evening. I'll give out a few names there for you if you'd like. So you hear that.
Please.
Okay, so you hear that a few of these, like say for example, there is the Minos, which is also known as the Sapphire Casino. There is the Diver, which is also called the Golden Jewel. It seems like the ship is separate to the actual casino that is involved with it. And then there is, of course, as some mention, the Black Rose, and it is the Memory's Grave.
So Memory's Grave is the casino, or Black Rose?
I imagine Black Rose is the boat and Memory's Grave is the casino.
Correct.
I think it was obvious with the other two, because...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is the naming conventions. Those seem to be some of the most people are talking about those 3 boats. As if they're the places to be later on today kind of thing. And and Tiffany will be there and it will be marvelous.
Does it seem like there's a certain dress code for it?
These people are dressed up like stupidly dressed up nobles. But amongst the groups as well, you can see that there's people who maybe have only just, say, arrived in that day, and they're not dressed for, say, beautiful affairs. They're more dressed as, oh yeah, I just got in from outside in the open, and I'm wearing armor because, of course, I am.
Okay, yeah. It doesn't seem like there's a certain,
It seems like most people are trying to dress like that, but not everyone.
Okay.
It's like an approved dress code, but not a requirement.
I kind of try and very subtly kind of put my hand on Varys's back and kind of eye a couple of these people just to kind of try and get an idea off without saying anything.
Okay. So, you are aware of these kind of things. What then are you all doing besides walking up and down?
Okay.
I'm essentially trying to maintain this persona of the bodyguard around
Got it.
Varys, just sort of.
Yeah,
You are
I'm trying
stern dwarven lady with a very strong grimace to her face. It's like, I will fuck with anyone who comes within 5 feet of this guy.
Well, definitely
Yeah,
think some of us need some
essentially.
new clothes. Yeah, I'll. Can I see a very overpriced, posh-looking clothes shop that we can like jazz up a little bit?
If you want to look for one, make an investigation check.
Sure, I'll do one of them. That's better.
That's very good. Yeah, you can definitely find a gaudy shop, which you can clearly tell is selling things for too much, but it's not too much in the regard to the way that it's absurd.
Okay. We need to get outfits for
At least you do.
everyone that's not muscle. I think muscle should still wear armor. What muscle would do? What do you think?
Agreed, sir.
I mean, we're by ourselves. You haven't got to be completely. All right, stay in character.
As you approach this particular shop,
Yep.
it
In
has
character.
it has a sign out the front of it, and as well as carved and put up across the actual top of it is the design of a goose in a tuxedo with a monocle with the name underneath it, the Elementary Goose.
Yes!
That sounds like a place
The
near
best.
The Elementary Goose.
I'll go stand in front of the door and just look at Glory.
Yes. Oh, yes, of course. I will open the door. I'm gonna bite my tongue as much as I physically can and open the door for
A
him.
little bit of blood.
Varys is enjoying this way too much.
Yes, he is. I did
Bowser's
not
enjoying
consider
this
this
way
when
too
I
much.
proposed this plan. I'm just taking note mentally, but also I'm too busy keeping it.
I will say right now, out of character, if you buy me a fucking jester outfit, I'm
No.
Okay, good.
You're not really the jester, don't worry.
I was gonna say, it's
You're only the
so
jester
goddamn
in our
fucking
hearts.
stupid.
You're not that high a standard to me, don't worry.
Whoa!
No, don't worry. Just tap the bell on the desk.
You, ding ding, your hand primed up, awaiting, and after a while, then an individual comes out to you. This very posh, elegant-looking dwarven lady. Very stout. The beard is trimmed and pristine to a point. It looks like she just put fresh beard oil in. Her hair is braided back, only to maybe say the back of the head kind of thing, just where you'd bend it back kind of point. Oh, lovelies. Welcome to the Elementary Goose. What can I do for you today?
We need some new outfits. We are here for a good time, and we need to look our best.
Oh, I see. You probably want to go to a fine event tonight. Sure, I can be doing that for you. Of course, you need at the state lottery. Oh no, gee, no, that won't suit you at all.
It's a long road. It really has.
She just strokes her ginger beard, looking at all. Says, "Oh, I can imagine you're larger associates, I wouldn't be able to get something prepared specifically for them. But for the lighter ones, I might be able to get something that's a bit slimmer for yourself, for example.
Yes, I'm looking at yes, me, and I'll just sort of point towards everyone apart from Glory and Ask. Like just all the rest of us need outfits or robes or something.
Well, that's the question then. What kind of outfits or robes or such would you like?
I'm looking.
She has.
Take a look around.
Well, what would you recommend? Something not too gaudy, but something that put us just a little bit above the rest.
A little bit above, but not by too much. Keeping a little modest, that's
being
fair.
the most elegant out of all of the four. I wouldn't want my friends showing me up, would I?
So after a point, she goes, alright, so I'll get everyone else first, decided happily, and then we'll get on to you, sirs, because then we can work on the best. Alright, and he just she goes over to, she just grabs Zero, just like the daunted little boy, she just grabs by the arm and just pulls him, measure him up. Just a moment there, I'll get something for him. And Zero, you get a suit.
Okay.
Fits you perfect. The back's a bit gaudy. No, you can't have that. And she just literally yanks it off of you. Keep it to your own traveling things, but no, that won't do. And she just goes away for a minute and pulls out a small masquerade mask, which is essentially a crow masquerade mask, except it's, looks decent and is not an actual plague doctor's mask.
Sweet.
For the finesse of it. And she just sits it onto your head, pulls it, and slings it so it slaps into your face. That's you. Ooh, an Aarakocra. Something for the blue. I might have just the thing. She turns away after making note of the robes that you're wearing. Comes back out, and she has a set of light wearing robes that have a lot of light yellows in them, like very soft yellow colors into them, with some silver designs into it as well. So it's like, say, silver actually embroidered into the connections at the joints and everything down, and it's a light yellow color. I'd say that might do for yourself there, Lovey, if you want to toss that on.
Okay.
Looks over towards Roman. I'm thinking a little bit more punk for yourself. Hang on. He turns back in. Yes, thank you. Turns back in, comes back out, and if you've ever seen the image from a pride parade where there's a kid with a mohawk who has spikes on, and a kid comes over to look at the spikes, Roman, that's what you get. You get
leather jacket.
You get a little goth biker jacket with spikes on it. This matches your mohawk. And let's see, that was you. Am I missing anyone, or we have everyone? Six yourself, of course, sir.
Yeah, I think that's all of my friends.
Okay. Now for yourself, would you be thinking more robes or suit? Because I could get a suit that would be quite, say, flexible, and wouldn't say tear if you stretch your legs.
I'm thinking of more of a nice, not baggy, but like a nice loose-fitting robe. Not too dissimilar to what I'm wearing, but I don't want to jazz.
Better. Just better.
Of course, yeah.
Okay. I might have something elven made. Give me a moment. And she doesn't actually wait for you to finish when you're like, just gone in. After a while, she comes back out. It takes her maybe 5 minutes this time. And the robes she has for you are very loose sleeved. Very loose, say, after the waist, but the actual chest side of it's very, not tight, but form-fitting. It's like this very soft blue that washes, and after the waist begins washing into a purple, into a black at the bottom. Now, if that's everything and that's everyone satisfactory, we come to the most important part of the day, the price.
Yes, yes. How much for all of this?
Well, for all of you together, considering it's such a lovely set of people and such a beautiful looking set, probably about 400 gold pieces in total.
100 each. No discount for the 4 of us.
That's including a discount.
With the discount. Oh, you're too kind, then I guess. You're too kind. Pay the woman. I'll just gesture to Glory.
You're just looking down at your robes like,
Yes,
"Hey, the woman,
sir.
Mr. Aladdin,
Mr.
I'm gonna strangle you quickly."
400, yeah?
Roman has a
400 total.
small
This is
little
actually funny
heart attack,
because yeah, trust me. Internally, I'm screaming, but
That number
the
is going
rest of the
down
show,
quick.
Yep, you're gonna have to be careful, man.
That over 5,000 gold. It's getting close to the 4,000 mark.
Fucking hell. It's gonna be really easy to spend a lot of money here. We have to be careful.
fine.
I do not say that.
This is like us going to Disneyland.
It is.
Think, "Oh, no,
It's
it'll be
Vegas.
fine,
It's
we
when
got
in
plenty
Vegas.
It's going to fucking London.
It's for the cause.
When in Vegas.
Everything just has like a rate increase of 1.5.
It's like, you know, it's
Ah, yes,
fine,
that's
we
my
got
life
plenty."
right
Except
there.
the wages.
Where did our money go?
Okay.
I didn't mention it the first time, I'm not mentioning it the second time, Nemo. Pack it in.
Heck, you didn't. Like, you can-
So, you've all, after the bones of an hour, been dressed properly. You do feel quite comfortable in all of your clothes.
I'm done inside.
I'm gonna put my sword, my daggers, and the staff in the bag of holding.
Okay. You are going in with no weapons, just yourself.
Yeah.
It's fair. I take it you have the bag itself on your person, do you, or does Glory do?
Glory does still, so I'd Glory like nudge, throw it all in. We'd do that in the store, I assume. Like,
Yeah, you can do that before you go outside.
So
No worries.
I don't need any weapons. Not where we're going.
I'm just gonna say to him, while like he's handing over weapons, I'm putting them back. Might I recommend the Minos or the Diver as our destination for this evening?
Do you say this in the actual store?
Yeah, kind of low voice, but probably she can probably hear me.
Okay.
Both good suggestions.
Just suggestions, sir.
Yeah, so keep them that way.
If I may, the diver's in a bit of a problem currently. The ruler of it's fallen into some legal mishaps. So, if you're trying to make a good first impression, it's not the best place to go currently until it gets cleared up. Or until it gets paid to be cleared up, but that's how the city works.
And if we don't want, by good impression, you mean?
You've probably already been made note of by someone as you came in. Some more powerful members. That's why I imagine you were dressing yourselves up.
Cool.
To say good impressions as well, the Minos does always do reliable in regards to it, but there's the Perlin, there's the Black Rose, Barnwell Castle, which is just absurd. But one of those three, perhaps?
Yeah.
DM, what were those again?
She was recommending my Pearl, E-N, Barnwell Castle, spelled as you think, and the Black Rose.
You think?
Well,
Sorry.
my friends, I was actually leaning toward going to the Black Rose myself.
Actually, I'm going to use my awakened mind because I don't use this thing enough. I'm gonna message Kay, or Bears. We're not your friends. We're your entourage. Don't call us your friends. If you know.
You can't reply.
It's mainly just a hey. Remember, entourage, not friends.
Hey, I can pay for friends.
Did you just randomly say that aloud?
No, that's out of character. I'll just go back to the storekeeper. What is the best time to board? When do they leave the wharf? Or are they
about-
always?
About 8 o'clock, I'd say, in the evening. Probably be the best bet. That's when. That's to make sure you get a good, comfortable seat in an actual space for yourself for the evening. It's where you can certainly make sure that you're. It's the idea of leaving your coats down at the table you like, so that no one else takes it from you, but also so that you can then do a little bit of a test run with any of the games you wish to do beforehand.
Test run. Okay.
Because...
Well, thank you for your
Thank
you for your advice. I'll pull out just a small bag, just 10 gold pieces, and just put it in that in our hand.
Thank you very much.
For your assistance.
Have a lovely day.
Likewise, man.
We hope to see you again soon.
I'm
At the
sure
Elementary Goose. And as she says that aloud, just from the back, you can just see a head poking out. A goose with a top hat and a monocle going, "Ah!" before it flaps back in.
As we leave, I very politely, but still rather gruffly, say a greeting in Dwarven. Dwarven?
You're like someone mispronouncing or misplaying a guitar string. She sounds like someone playing a harp. Hi. Hello.
Very quickly, a question for the DM. The new spell we learned in Glorious Mind Space. How is there like material components? Do we have to use a spell slot if we've got one?
You have to use a spell slot. If you can cast it at the level, yeah. If you can cast it, you can only cast it at that level, and you need the spell slot to cast it.
And it basically allows us to
mentally. You basically get to do the
to
earrings. Vox Machina does, but it's with a spell slot a day.
Okay.
Does it last for like the whole day, or?
It has a period of time allotted to it.
I forgot that there's another spell that we can do, don't I? Okay. We're gonna leave and a fight. Sorry, we've been there for an hour. So it's what, 5-6 o'clock right now?
It's about 6. By the time it took you to actually find this place and everything, you're probably close to about 7.
Okay, then we can probably take a slow walk back towards the wharf then. As we do, I want to pull Kirok to my side as we're walking. Just in a very hushed tone, say to her, you learned a new spell, didn't you? Where we could, I think it was. I'm saying that okay. I think it was Kirok that learned the spell, but I might be wrong.
Yeah.
I believe it was yourself that could mean we can talk to each other using our minds.
Yeah.
It might be useful in.
I mean, I would need to find Dark somewhere secret. I need 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Can we look around for like an alley that's like off to one side where we might be able to.
Oh, there's loads of alleys.
That isn't full of bandits.
That's not for the bandits, that we can be the bandits that are in that alley. If that makes sense.
Make
my
an
God.
investigation check for a banditless alley.
Does my leather jacket come with a pocket knife?
It does not.
Damn it!
It's your
I
tar.
need
It's
it for
presumed
the-
you already have a knife.
Right, sure.
I'm pretty sure one of you has a sacrificial knife anyway.
No, I got rid of that.
Well,
'Cause
isn't
I
that your fault?
Because I found out what it did. I was like,
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
Isn't that your fault?
Yeah, did I find a nice dark alley?
You find one that has, like, say, 3 or 4 scroungy-looking guys in it. That the moment Glory and Ash step in, they immediately fly out,
Flyer or like?
as if they are literally thrown out.
Okay.
You have
And
to
they
specify
fall.
in this campaign.
People can fly.
3-winged beast.
The bandit bird.
the bandit bird, yes.
It's like a magpie on
Rare
steroids.
species.
I hadn't made my Aerocopter Rogue yet.
Okay, now we've got a quiet place. If Glory ask if you can guard the alley. I think
Aye, aye.
Yes.
if you're okay to do this, Carol. If you
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you-
Just keep watch.
I do that.
Ritual cast.
Okay, so you don't use your spell slot.
There we go.
Lasts for 1 hour, and you can link everyone. So it is pretty much the state of. It's pretty much the state that It's pretty much the state that you guys can treat it as if you have the earrings that Vox
Yeah.
Machina use to talk to each other.
Yeah.
for an hour.
And anything that's said in that link, I'm assuming everyone hears.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although you'd have to, like, say, be focusing on a particular person to hear things around them. Anything that is said to each other, you can't say, "Oh, I'm only going to tell Roman." No, everyone will hear it.
Everyone will hear. That's kind of the answer I was fishing for.
Except for me, because I'm immune.
Reading, I mean, reading minds. This,
You have to allow this to happen
Yeah.
to yourself.
Yeah.
Even if you are immune, you have to allow this to happen, or otherwise you're by yourself for the day and you don't have it. So
Okay.
choose.
Yeah.
That'll be useful. Now, this is all in the mind. Anything I'm saying to the group.
Mhm.
So, the Black Rose. The name Memory's Grave just caught me. I think that's where we should go.
The Black Rose is something of his trademark, I think.
That's
Which is
what
why I was trying to lead us away from it.
I mean,
Can we be walking while we say this so we don't
yeah,
linger in an alley?
we're walking back towards the wharf at this point, so we can
Mhm.
boat to do some gambling. Then what one would you?
So, after a small period, you do notice ships do come up, people get on, they move on, kind of thing. It's like as if there was a circuit that they took, and then every now and again they'd stop, let people off, let people on, so on. There's a few socialites that were essentially queuing ahead of you, and there are small indicators for where particular ships can actually port in at, and there is one for the Black Rose. It is just the design of a Black Rose.
Anyone got any objections?
I have many, I say in the telepathic bond. There are other places we could go.
I say in the telepathic bond, just be careful. If Gloria is saying what that she's concerned about it, it's more reason to be on guard.
Okay.
Which one would you prefer to go to then? Because I think that's our best bet. It sounds the most dodgy.
I mean, the Minos and the Diver both. Oh no, which was the one they told us was dodgy? The Diver. They told
Yeah.
us it was bad, wasn't
They
it?
said the diver is currently under investigation.
Yeah, taking that one off. The Minos is still an option. It sounds like a place that would draw wealthy people. If we go to the Black Rose, if you insist, then that confrontation is going to happen. It's just, do we want to gather information and try and avoid that confrontation?
Or will that confrontation help us gather information?
I don't think so, but I don't know. It's your call, Barrett. You're in charge in this one.
We'll flip a coin. Not got a coin, so I'm gonna roll a dice. No, I've got a coin. Heads, Black Rose, tails, horse.
What a Varus response. I can't make up my mind. Let's flip a coin.
Oh, I dropped it. Let's flip it again.
I got a coin from the show, it's cool.
What did I say? Head, Black Rose?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to the Black Rose.
Fuck. Okay.
Gonna head over to the Black Rose.
You're walking into hell. I'm behind you, I guess.
Been there before. You'll be there again.
Just don't look the devil in the eyes. Golden rule.
I'll just turn around and look at Laurie. Then
Not applicable anymore.
I'm only half devil, thank you.
okay.
Devil, devil.
Better the devil, you know. Better the devil.
That song's very applicable.
Yeah, we're gonna head towards the Black Rose.
Oh, 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 oh. I'm shutting up now.
Oh.
So, after waiting for a period, you hear some of the socialites in front of you saying, there it is now, as they all seem quite eager. And then you see a very large ship, about... Hang on. I can actually get a measurement for this, so give me a sec. About 125 feet long and maybe roughly 40 feet wide. At the front of it, instead of like say having a normal maiden or mermaid or design, it just has a singular black rose, like a very large black rose designed into it, with thorns that are actually latching into the ship.
A question, Han. Is this like a barge, or is it more like a really over-the-top flamboyant yacht thing?
Flamboyant yacht.
Also, a very quick question for the DM.
It has, to say it as well, just to clarify, it looks like there's 3 levels to it just on its size, and it does have many an oar rowing it from the bottom. So, Krauser?
Yeah. Do we know the gambling chips that we've got? Is it a universal chip used in all the casinos? Do we know?
You don't know?
Shit. Did they have a symbol on? Or were they just plain?
Yes, they did.
They had a
They
goose
had-
in them.
Ooh, goose.
They had a goose on all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I will say as well, because you would have known as you went, there were no goose designs on any ships or any signs for ships that you've seen yet.
Let's just go
A
in.
question, Han. And I probably already know the answer to this. Was the goose symbol on the tokens reminiscent of the one of the shop that we just
No.
went into? No. Okay.
So, they get ahead of you first, and they seem to be asked their names, and names are written down as they all go in and step in. As you step up now to the side, this very stout-looking half-orc steps up, very damaged face with his nose has been cracked a few times, a broken tusk. Hang on. Names.
My name's Gideon.
Gideon.
This is my entourage.
I need their names as well.
I don't pay for names, I pay for people.
Then you can pay for another ship. We need names of everyone getting on board.
Telepathically. Guys, what are your names?
Just call us by our races.
That makes no sense.
It doesn't need to make sense, you got money.
Hey buddy. Names. Don't be zoning out on me, come on. I don't know what you smoked at the start of the day and I don't care.
Dwarf. Hello, Braid.
Door.
Horns.
That is the least creative tiefling virtue name I've ever heard, but that's fine.
As I say.
Little did you know my actual name was less creative than that!
I mean, she doesn't even have those big horns, like, whatever.
Oh, no.
Next.
I just don't get what I pay
Come
for
on,
this.
don't you try to stall me on it, don't monologue me. Get on. Next.
We've got Talon, Spike, and
Well, he lives up to his fucking name.
P. Just that one's name's just P.
P is in zip at the side of an alley, or P in a pot?
P is in P for poison.
Endearing. Poison. Alright. 5 gold ahead.
Horns, pay the man.
Yes, sir. I will pay the man.
30 gold.
And trust Kay to do the math.
Okay,
So,
take a step on.
you step up, go in. Welcome to the Black Rose. I hope you have a wonderful evening and that you remember as much of it as you like.
I'm sure we will.
And now I take you over to the Black Rose. You enter from your current position down into the to the second floor on the ground, underneath it. So you come from the top and you have to work down. You just go down one set of stairs that doesn't seem to have an end until you get to the second floor. Down there, you can already see that it's bustling. The smell of sweat, smoke, and a drink is very strong here. Smell of stains, and you can already feel boots sticky underneath stains from previous drinks and messes. There's multiple individuals in here, one of which is this very soft-skinned looking person. They have a very I don't know how a proper word but say it beyond oriental look to them. They have a heavy crossbow strapped to their back, and they're basically leaning against the wall and are just eyeing on everyone and anyone. Also, they put the tokens in this, so don't hate me that there's a bunch of the same tokens in here.
Cool.
But here you go.
It's very black.
Wow, a black screen.
Yeah, I mean that those tokens are all.
Well, it is the Black Rose after all.
Hang on. Turn off that dynamic lighting bullshit.
Telepathically. I'm sorry
Hey.
for the really bad code names I got put on the spot.
Amazing.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Wherever there's danger, he'll be there.
Whoa, this place is full.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot
It
of
is
people
absolutely packed. You come down by this side of the actual room. This is the entranceway you came into.
Is there like a desk where we can cash in and buy some chip?
Yes, it's essentially the very first entryway you go in. There is a small table set up there. It's essentially just a corner, more or less just been taken over for it, where there's a lot of machines for, say, taking change and taking coins and swapping between people. And in there you see this very rotund gnome who's just sat in there, monocle over one eye. He's got golden inlays strung into the small beard he has that just comes into a triangle point down to the bottom, like a very curvatured one to there. And his mustache goes exponentially out and wide and thick. It's up to you. Very looks like it's been dyed slightly purple at points, and a receding hairline that goes very slightly up into a point towards the front of him. Welcome, what can I do for you today? You want to buy some chips?
Yeah, is there a max buyer?
A max buy? Yeah, no one goes for it though. Max buy is 5,000.
5,000.
Min buy, gotta pay at least 100 goals worth for your own set of goose for the evening.
Okay. I'll pull out the bag, 300 gold, put on the table.
And he counts out 1,
300.
2, 3, 4.
Oh boy.
And he goes, and he meticulously tries to bend each coin as he takes it out. Tries to bend. Okay, so that's exactly 300. Just a moment, and he just takes up these. He pulls up the small holder that it just has cylinders down the sides, and you can just see just dozens of these coins, these tokens lined up into it. Hands it up to you. There's maybe.
Bless you.
Excuse me, sorry.
Bless you.
Bless you. There's maybe 5 cylinders, like onto this one piece that you can hold up from the top. It's like you've probably seen this design similar to this before, but it has yeah. Okay, so he hands up 3 of them. Each cylinder of it has 20 coins in it, and there's 5 cylinders to each piece, so it works out to being 300. Now, if you want, we got all kind of fun games, but you can go ask them fuckers who actually sit at the tables and work them if you want. I'm gonna sit here counting gold.
What's the I just want to look over the room. Is there any sort of closed doors where anyone going in and closing the door behind
Make
them?
a perception check.
That look like high roller rooms.
You beat me to it.
Make a perception check. There's too many people. There's a low hanging smoke in the room from cigarette and cigars. You can't quite make out any room of that sort. People don't seem to be moving those directions toward your side of them. And there's too many bodies in the room as is to discern that.
I'll just lean back to the gentleman at the table. The only games I'm interested in are the ones where I can make a lot of money.
He's just like swigging, just like swirling an ale mug and just lifts it up to his mouth and lowers it down, half listening to you. That's nice. You want to make some money? How about you go and actually work tables first? I don't know. You work shit. For I know, you're just coming in to waste people's time. So y'all can just sit there if you want and earn your coin here first.
Okay. Did he put his drink back down on the table?
He put it onto his knee, so like he's just got it resting there, and he's maybe barely his head's barely up to the actual table's height. To give you an idea, he's very slunched back in the chair.
I'll put out another 5 gold, just place it in his hand. Thanks for the info, and then I'll try and take his drink, just down it, and hand it back to him.
That's like reaching about 4 feet forward to try and do it. So
it's a power play. I'm going for it.
You try to take the drink, and as you do, even slumped down as he is, it's like you just tried to yank a chain out of the ground. Just ding. That's my drink, boy. You don't be taking my fucking drink. Get out of here, but I'll make shoot you 16 times up the asshole before you can say I'm an asshole. You
I like you.
asshole.
I like you, and I walk away.
And I don't
Into
like
the
you. Little pouncy bitch.
Just walk into the room and look over some tables.
hmm
Um,
There's maybe about 5 different kind of games that are being presented here. There's card games. There's guys, you're talking to the most white bread guy when it comes to actual gambling
don't have to look at
terms.
details. It's fine.
But there's the spin the wheel, put the ball in, see where it lands kind of
Roulette.
game. Yeah, I don't pretend like I know. Like I
No,
just
that's
tell
why
you,
we're helping.
Typical casino games. To say
Yeah.
that.
there are generic casino
Okay,
games.
so poker, blackjack, roulette. Let's see what else is there.
Pollution craps.
Craps. Yeah.
I don't know. I play about
Standard, the standard.
we'll go up to a roulette table and just
Of course, you're a roulette person.
Can you play Cripple Mr. Onion?
out of character. I'm a blackjack person, but
Oh yeah, in character. No, I meant.
in character, at least you got the most chance on it. Just walk up, just watch one round, see just general etiquette, because Barry's gonna gamble too much about when to put the bets down and things like that.
Okay, I'm watching like say the status quo and the effects of it.
Yeah, just watching the first
So
couple of games.
as you step up, you're watching as the person managing the game is just waiting. All the bets have been put in. And like, okay, and here you all go. And he throws it, and he just rolls it, and then people throw in the actual balls that they have. Like each have a marked ball themselves to see where they land. It seems like it's a very ineffectual way to play it. And he just essentially has the kind of small, almost like a riding whip for a horse kind of thing that he just has against the side of it, and he just begins constantly slapping off it as it goes. There's very large stacks of actual, coin at the actual side. People have put it down atop their actual numbers and everything. And
What's the sort of average, roughly
Average?
bet per person?
none of them have put down the same, but
Or the highest?
the highest is 800, and the smallest is someone putting down 100. And it seems like 2 or 3 people are putting down 100, so that might be the minimum. It goes, and goes, well, none of you won there, because it doesn't land to any number that associates. It lands down at maybe 51 black, and no one's put down at that, so he just rakes it all into his side. Sorry.
Out of character as well. How many chips have we got from
Yeah, I've got
before?
the exchange rate that you told me here, but I don't know how many we got.
How many worth do you have?
What, the ones we had before?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just got a lot written down.
Because I gave
don't think
numbers
we
and
have-
someone was a smart bastard.
Well, I mean, I put down that a gold is worth 20, a silver's worth 10, and a copper's worth 5, but I don't remember how much was in the bag. I know that we've checked.
We'll say that there's 200 in the bag.
Okay,
So we're working on 500 max. Not total.
500.
Okay, we've got 500 chips.
Do you want to write down the gold's 20, silver's 10, and copper's 5? I don't know if that will be useful, but
So was it gold, silver, copper?
gold, silver, copper, gold's 20, silver's 10, and copper's 5.
Hang on, so if you put down...
The
So-
color of the chip.
Hang on, guys. So if you said you put down 300 gold's worth, that means you'd have 6,000 chips. Because
Okay.
if a gold one's...
If we go 20,
Oh
yeah,
god.
if we go 20, then we've got 6,000 worth of chip.
Yeah.
Okay. So 6,500 with 6,000.
I'm doing my math wrong here.
That's why I let Kay do math normally.
No, that's right. If we paid, we paid 300 gold, which would be 6,000 on this exchange rate. And then it depends how much was in the previous bag. If you say, doesn't matter if it's exact.
I'll just say there was 100 chips in that bag.
Okay, so we're working on 6,100 chip. Okay, that's cool. We'll start off easy with this one then. I'll put 100 down. Is it going to be like I'm going to say terms that you probably don't know if you don't know gambling, but is it going to be like just like a normal roulette table, like where you can bet on black, bet on a number?
Yeah, you can bet on a number. You can bet on black. You can bet on a number, but it seems like most people are having to choose a number and a color.
Okay, I'll put telepathically, how much we start with? We need to get a feel for the room. We need to just
Start minimum work.
Yeah.
Keep it small.
Okay, I bet 7. No. I bet I'll just throw 100 on black. Can I have to bet just on black, or do I have to number as well? From what I see?
When you actually ask the person to end the game, you can put it down on black if you want, but put it down on black and say a number to it too. You win more back. It's all up to you.
Yeah, the way that it usually works is
it's not in this. I'm just gonna cut you off right there, love. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
I'm not trying to do this in a particular way. I'm just like going, we're doing this loose and silly.
Yeah.
No, I thought that you were. Don't worry about it. I'm just being pedantic, so don't worry about it.
If you choose a colour, you got a 50% chance. If you choose a number, you've got a 1% chance of winning. So, yeah, change the odds effectively. I'll go like black 21.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna say then roll. Yeah, actually, because if I'm correct, it's 52 numbers, and there's 2 colors. So that means it's essentially 104.
If it goes up to 52.
It was 52, then just slash roll 1d52 because Roll20 can do that, I think.
I know, but like say if it's a 52 black, 52 white, that's 104 total.
The easy way to do it is to do like for it to do 1 to 104 and do alternating colours. So 1 is black, 2 is white.
Yeah, odds are black and white's even.
So black or white is or even. Then
the way that I was thinking of it is flip a coin for the colour and then roll whatever the numbers are, because then you're going to have a combined probability for whether or not you've got a 50-50 chance for the colour, and then you've got
Let's not get too bogged down this.
Just roll it.
No. Fair enough. Just do what you
Do you want to roll 52 or do you want me to?
Just roll a 52. That's your number.
Cool.
You gonna luck it?
No, not yet.
Okay.
How does it work with the ring? I know you said proficiency when gambling, but I don't know how that works.
Essentially, you could add, in this instance, most games would be like, a dex check. You can add your proficiency to it. But in this, you could add your proficiency or subtract it if you want to get closer or to your number. So if it's like, say, you said 21.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be right back, 2 seconds.
Okay.
Cool. Chips down. I'll let that one go.
I want to go ahead and try to stealthily cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, be very careful.
I don't think roulette's my
He's
game
already
today.
said it. And more importantly, who are you trying to cast this on?
Oh, God.
Myself.
On who?
Myself, because it's a self action.
But like you're not focusing on someone's faults yet.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Alright. You mutter to yourself, cast something, And everyone's more looking at this big gaudy newcomer with all this gold trimmings, so they're looking at him, not you. Doesn't seem like someone's noticed. You think you've been stealthy.
Doubt.
Okay. Yeah. That's a big X right there. But yeah, all right.
Yeah, I don't think we would let my game. I'll just find like a dice game and just sit down.
Okay.
I won't force you to make up rules for all the games. I'll just do a little bit of gambling throughout the evening.
Mhm. I'll tell you what then. How about you just roll 3d20s individually and add your proficiency modifier, and the higher you get, the better. And I'll roll to see if anyone can beat you at the tables.
So it's just 1d20 plus 4. Okay.
See if they play D&D in this casino.
So, okay, yeah, so... Yeah, I didn't actually see the first number, so I thought you lost your first game. You lose your second game. You win. You go bold and you win big on your first game, and you manage to get double back. We'll say you put down 100 to each. That one you managed to get back 400. The second one you lost 100, and the third one you won 200.
Okay, so it's 6,500. Okay. Just throughout the evening, I'm gonna just telepathically say to the people in our little. Oh god, this is sensei. I'm gonna say to my cluster. Has anyone got eyes? Anything that looks suspicious? Anything interesting yet?
Can I make a perception check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and then with the minute that I have for detect thoughts, start kind of going through, just getting surface.
Of everyone around you.
Yeah, everybody within 30 feet.
Okay. We'll start with Kirok. Kirok, it looks like there's... Because bear in mind, there isn't just one guard here. There's several, but they're all wearing suits. Kirok, with your perception check, you can tell that it seems like some of them maybe have either blades down the actual side of their leg, like, actually hidden underneath the jacket, or like something like a hang crossbow or some other bolt around the jacket side itself. There's maybe 4 or 5 of them here, dressed as just people who are enjoying themselves, and 3 of them are looking at Roman. Roman, as you're going through, you're not able to get much because these are just socialites out drinking, out socializing, and most of them are drunk, so their thoughts are incoherent as it is. So you're getting like, I wonder if it's like the belly button. Or, don't worry, I can win one more game, Mom, don't hate me, I promise I'll make you proud, Mom, why'd you leave me? You're getting just waves and many varying thoughts. But they're useless thoughts, unfortunately.
And what about the guards?
The guards, actually, I need to check with Detect Thought. I'm not sure if it's only at the later...
It's only literally surface, basically. It's if I try to attempt to probe deeper that people can start telling. It's if I go probing, then the target knows. However, or if I just keep continuously shifting, it's...
Okay, either way, whenever they succeed or fail the check, then they know. But it's only for the... Actually, the guards then are just going... Just another 6 fucking hours. Some of them are thinking, I could just kill him and dump him overboard and take his spawn. I would have missed that shithead. Others are then going, dear God, what has boss made upstairs?
Random question.
Random answer. apples.
If I use my divine sense, do I pick up on anything?
Would you like to make a sleight of hand check?
I'm not currently in
I'll roll
roll
it for
20
you.
at the moment.
If you want to, I'll roll it for you.
Okay, thank you very much, Chan.
Sleight of hand. Well, you rolled a 6.
Okay.
Excuse me, everyone.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Hey,
Remember to shop at Game Key, everybody.
I was just gonna be like, hey, people are noticing things, but whoops.
What is happening here? I was gone for 2 seconds.
You were gone for 2 seconds, and Roman was left unsupervised and started casting a spell.
We won some money, there was some mind reading.
Yeah. Kirok on my perception check has seen 3 people who are looking at Roman, so I'm just like, ah!
Yeah.
It's like, Roman, you need people to notice.
Why did you insist on my not dad's boat, you shithead?
Well, we need to go. This is probably the best place to get information.
You're not wrong.
I flipped a coin for it. All right.
I'm just behaving myself, listening and watching.
You are, yeah. Well, also, did you make a Dr. Poison reference with Nemo's name?
I just thought Poison was a good name. You also missed me.
Honey,
with as our cluster.
You mentioned that with Roman doing his detect thought thing, would that affect the telepathic
No.
bond? No. So the telepathic bond is still active.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's from Lou, not me.
In that case, then I sort of project to the guys, to the specific. Well,
For the cluster.
you can't direct it to an individual, can you? Or can you?
Well, everybody here.
Everyone gets
No,
it. You
everyone
can't
is.
do one. You have to do everyone.
Okay, that's what I was triple checking. So in that case, I just go fiendish presence up ahead, up above.
Roman, people are noticing you.
Oh, now play it cool, guys. Play it cool.
Also, you can all notice basically as very immediately after or before Ash says this, she just glows like this little bit of a light, and she's trying to tuck underneath her shirt top, like her armor top is just lighting up. So it's pretty much like someone just fucking activated their, like, this is pretty much dim light around you, only a few small torches, candles, but it's basically like someone who, when you're in the cinema, just opened up their phone, you just gotta whoop.
Oh, asshole.
That was Ashk, so you called Ashk an asshole.
Oh, I mean, like in the cinema. Play it cool, guys. We need to get upstairs somehow.
Yeah. Apparently, one of the guards was also saying what the boss was making upstairs. That was through telepathic.
We need to get ourselves noticed, but not in a bad way. We need to get risky. We need to start playing big. I'll go up on the tables and I'll do another little round of gambling, but I'll put some bigger money down.
Okay.
I'll do
How much do you want to put down then?
500 on each. Do
Okay.
another 3, shall we?
Do another 3.
I'll lock that first one. That's the luck. Oh, not as well. And then my other 2. So 7, a 15, and a 10. I used to luck on that first one.
You lose. You lose that. You lose the first one anyway.
Yeah.
You win the second, and you win the third. So you lose,
I lose 500 first.
but you gain 2,000 then. Oh no, sorry. You gain you gain 2,000 total, because you get whatever you
my
put.
bet back, and then basically my bet gets doubled. Yeah.
Yeah, your bet gets doubled.
That's good. Up to 7.
So you're winning on games of dice and chance, the kind of thing that you seem to be enjoying the most. And every time you're sat down to one of the tables, bear in mind, there are servers who go around offering drinks to people as they have patronage. There are wines, there are ales that they can present to people. And Varys, you are being offered this kind of like brownish whiskey almost.
Yeah, I won't even look. I'll just lean and grab whatever glass is put in my hand.
Which is done quite often. If you're trying to make yourself noticeable, go on ahead and give me a performance check. With the number of successes you've had, I'll give you advantage.
Cool. With my proficiency in performance.
We're just doing that thing where every time he wins, we just all clap.
You're like,
A little golf clap.
nobody else seems to. Well, there was one orcish gentleman, half orcish gentleman, who was doing big earlier, but he's kind of slowed down now for the night. Besides him, you're basically the only person who's been racking up cash as you've been going. You've been just upping the ante, and there's a few people. A lot of the actual game workers are eagerly awaiting you approaching their table for a bit to see if they can get win off of you, or if they can lure you in more. You're getting noticed, needless to say.
Okay.
I am keeping my eyes open for anyone who I might recognize, put it that way.
Yeah.
I am being
You can make a reception check.
maximum alert. I am terrified here.
What's it called? At the table I'm at, I'll just say to the dealer or whoever's in charge of the table, the money here is there any games where I can up the ante a little more? I'm feeling big. I think I want to play big.
Make persuasion check. Glory. A lot of people, you realize as the night went on, a lot of people are still, like, two of the guys are still always watching. One of them's always watching Ash, one of them's always watching Roman. Those two aren't being let out of the sight of the guards. Like, if they move in a particular way, there's a guard now in position watching them. One guard had, broken off and gone upstairs, up the flight of stairs that would be, say, to the north side of the map, up this way, but had not yet returned. Only a little bit later does he come back down, and he's got two more guards with him, and they just kind of spread out into his room while he takes his own usual position. More people do come as you guys continue the night. There's a lot of merriment to be had, a lot of ale to be drank, a lot of dab to be dank.
No.
My game, I do what I want. You can all go fuck yourselves.
I will subtly cast my see invisibility.
Okay.
Maybe we don't. Oh, never mind.
Subtle spell, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm meaning to fucking go into sorcerer a little bit.
Pity that you haven't yet.
Oh, subtle spell is so useful.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, you cast the invisibility, and you look up, and the room itself maybe goes up 10 foot into these kind of floor, and like into these very small, shitty rafters with these barely hanging in their chandeliers. Chandeliers on a boat does not sound like a good idea, and they're not. These are very small ones, however. And up in the rafters, you do see maybe, in this room, you see about 6 or 7 imps all sat up around, looking down. One of them is currently eating a rat. It's just like tucked away into the corner. You can only just barely see the rat moving in its mouth. But it's kind of pulled himself away to be spotted, but you spot the rest of him because he's hiding the fact he's eating a fucking rat.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot. I can actually detect the presence of thinking creatures that I can't see. But
You need to specify the rules to me.
Yeah.
Rules to me. Rules to me.
I just communicate to the party, just like, there are little imps in the ceiling, but they're not really doing anything. Well, one of them's having lunch, but That's about it.
They're not doing
Well,
anything yet.
There, just know that they're there.
Okay, so I
What does
guess
an
we're on the
imp
right
eat for
boat.
lunch?
Rats.
Rats.
Okay,
Huh.
Didn't even think to offer me some.
Do we need to remove these surveillance imps?
They're just imps. They're not really
No.
doing anything.
If we remove
Very well.
them, whatever we do, if we make it obvious that we know they're there, we're not going to get very far.
To make it obvious.
No,
Kirak, to
they're
let
them.
you know, as you were looking up and observing them, one or two of them did notice you looking up at them and actually like, oh, she's not looking through me, she's looking at me.
Well, I would have assumed it was obvious. I wasn't trying to be obvious, but okay.
Oh, if stealth check then.
Okay.
And I'll make a...
I mean, I'm not very good at stealth, so this is probably going to fail. She
You
says!
get a fucking,
Never mind!
That's fine!
Kirak, you managed to have the brilliant idea before you come down to look absently up and around, just lazily as you go, like someone who is simple-minded, and then later on you cast a spell and your subtle spelling, and you're still using your blank stare to look around.
I have mastered a blank stare over several years.
Mm-hmm.
It worries Glory a lot.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so we need to get up. Oh, well, no, I assume that was the prison. We need to get into the tables where there'll be people that might have the information we need.
Varus, did you make your persuasion check?
I did.
Okay.
16.
Okay. The card dealer that you're on the table for that time, as you lean in, kind of leans over to you. Give it maybe another hour or so, and you've been swaying. Sway a little bit better still as you go tonight. You probably get noticed for one of the rooms on the upper floor.
Interesting. Well, in that case, put me down for another. Should we say 1,000?
Ooh, and as you say 1,000, like a few people, because there's a few guests that are watching you as you go, and he goes, "We've got a big one!" He just shouts aloud, does the card trick.
Oh yeah, definitely like that one. Oh, not much better.
It's better than a 1.
Well, it's better than a 2.
Oh.
So you walk away from that one with 2,000 immediately. This would very much be 21 kind of way that you're playing with him. It's just you and him, and he's just intensely. He tries to get that little bit closer. You're stuck at 20. He's stuck at 20. You're stuck at 19. You pull. Oh no, sorry. You'd be at 18. You pull a 2 to go to 20. He's now at 19, so he has to try and like match you up. Rolls out, pulls a 3, and ends up losing out of it.
Ooh.
So the few games I actually know about.
well, for blackjack, you need a 21.
Yeah, but if he busts,
But
Bust.
if he busts,
So-
it's...
That's what I was saying. He bust.
he had to hit to try and make
He had
it,
19 and he got 3, so he went 22, so he went bust, as I explained.
but, Good game, good game. Is there like just a sit-down bar anywhere in here, or is it all tables? Then
Oh, you can definitely. There are small tables around the sides where you can definitely sit down and have a few drinks.
I think I'll just take 20 minutes just to chill, have a drink, just to watch the room a little,
Hmm.
to see if anyone's noticing me, looking at me.
As you were drinking, you notice that they pulled back into port again, and this part of the casino has definitely filled up at this point. So as this is happening, one of the security walks over to him and says, "We're noticing it's getting a bit crowded here for your kind of like, sir. So if you would follow me, and we'll take you upstairs to one of the better rooms."
He wants to take me into a back room. Do I trust him?
Make an
Oh,
insight
okay.
check. Seems honest. Seems genuine in his intention.
What a legitimate businessman.
Kind of send a message on the telepathic that's like, we've got your back.
Do I cluster? We're a cluster, girl.
Oh, that
Yes,
shit.
we're
Sorry,
a cluster.
Come on. Visit me.
I cast astral projection.
Wait, really?
No. I like how you thought.
No, I have to clarify.
Yeah, I'll follow him.
I don't know astral projection yet.
It's basically what you do with your cloak.
That's why I said yet.
Yeah, let's we'll follow him to the back room.
Alright, and as you move into the back room with him, we're going to call it there.
Yeah.
Woo!
As you
Infiltration complete.
you don't go into a back room, you go up to the next
Upstairs.
Bum.
Where all the big players are. Yeah.
floor.
Let's go, boys.
As you step upstairs, he stays at the bottom of the stairs, and there are guards up here. They all are wearing sleeveless clothes, very simple black clothes. The pants look like they're quite flexible. They're not like, say, tight or restrictive. They're all wearing iron masks. They're all about 6'4", and you can see on each of them that their arms, not only are they incredibly muscular, but are dark red.
Huh.
And that's where I end the session.
We're in the land of my people now, boys.
I'm sorry for picking the best boat.
You've certainly forced a confrontation, put it that way.
I mean, maybe it's better this way.
Yeah. Pull the bandage off real quick.
Yeah, it's like we're going to him rather than him
One way
coming
to
to
do it.
us and scaring us all.
Not wrong. That
we'll
doesn't mean the glory part of my brain isn't screaming.
Of course. But we'll have to see what happens next week.
In the meantime, remember to shop at Game Tea.
Woo!
Whoop, whoop.
Have those beautiful T-shirts you had at the Games Expo gone up yet, Blue?
We
cleric.
sold so many. We have sold so many. They're not available just yet, but soon. TM. Soon. TM.
I'm asking to advertise them, but also I want them because I play a cleric and I need them.
Lol.
As Narrowing calls the sun in, we shall leave it there.
Oh, son.
Gondor calls for aid.
America.
Good night, everybody. Take care.
You know.